Alright y'all, it's Grind Time Media again, back at you with another video. I got a video today of changing my water coolant jug on my 99 Jeep Cherokee. And the reason I'm changing the water coolant jug, first and foremost, I lost the cap to the top of the water coolant jug. And second of all, I'm changing the water coolant jug is because when your vehicle, when you take your vehicle and you flush the coolant out, a lot of times you say, wow, I flushed the coolant, everything's great now, you know. But if you have a situation where, see, it's kind of rusty along here and up through here, well, I flushed the coolant out many times, and what happened was my heater coil has a little bit of is rusted out a little bit, so some of the coolant or antifreeze gets kind of stuck in there, and I can imagine that the heater coil is very rustic and rusty looking, if you will. So in the past, I went along and I've took the lines and I hooked up a water hose and I flushed it right here. Like, hooked the water hose up, took both of these off and blew the water out this way, and then I put that hose on at the bottom and blew the water out that way. Well, you know what I mean. They both were off, but wherever you hook up the hose, top or bottom, the opposite hose is where the water is going to blow out of. So I've done that several times and flushed it, and then I've actually let some sedative sit in this vehicle overnight, and then I did it all over again. Let it run for about 2 days, not straight, but drove it, and then I let it cool off and flushed it again. But I always neglected the water coolant jug because a lot of that junk, after this starts to get backed up from pressure, or if you got too much water in it, or you're driving on a hot day, whatever the case may be, the coolant jug is a reservoir that sits the extra water in there. So if you put too much water in it, where's the water going to go, and where's the pressure going to go? If it wasn't for this coolant jug letting some of that pressure come out, then your engine probably would blow up. So it goes into this jug. So if you don't clean this jug, or if you don't replace this jug, a lot of that sludge will hang down at the bottom of this jug and will just siphon back into your radiator again, and it'll go in, and then whatever's left over, it'll push out. It'll fill up. When it fills up, it comes out here, and then it can also, since the bottom of the jug, it comes in down there, it can also pull the same dirty water and rust back into your radiator. So it works both ways. It pushes pressure into the bottom and builds up, and if it builds up too much, it'll come out here instead of spilling out the top. And I would have thought that they would have put this at the top and let the water just raise up or drain, flow to the bottom and then raise up, but it actually goes to the bottom, and I guess they made it so it can push out, but it would have done the same thing if they had put it at the bottom. It would have still came up. I mean, at the top, it would have still raised up from the bottom and pushed out. But hey, that's the way they design it. That's the way it works. You're more than welcome to hit the comment section and explain it to me. But what I'm doing is I'm going to change this out, and I'm going to take this screw off, and there's another screw on the other side right there that I'm going to take off. It looks like two little ears on each side. Then I'm going to take off that clamp and pull this out, and then I have a brand new jug here, coolant jug. Got it off eBay or Rock Auto, eBay, I guess, and that's where I got it from. And there's a serial number to it if you need it. It says Cherokee. So this is actually a dealer part. Spent about $23 on it, $21 to $23. I believe I got free shipping, so it's a good deal. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to undo the clamp. Then I'm going to take my thumb and pull it off. And now I have a, let me turn this around so I can see what's going on. Alright, good. So now I have a little 16 millimeter wrench here. And I'm gonna, once you get it started, you should be able to just turn it until it comes off. And you're more than welcome to forward this part, but it shouldn't take me but a second. There, so I got one side out already. Wasn't that bad. Okay. I'll set that over on the battery. I'll come over here. Be careful about your air conditioning lines because they're right there. Be careful not to hit your lines. And once you start taking the screw off here. Can't see, I apologize. Let me move my arm out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. Got the wrench here. I'm turning it. I'm just going to go ahead and set my arm here so I can go ahead and get it off quickly so we can speed this up. You have to forgive me. Might forward this part, but let's go ahead and get this out, get this off. Shouldn't be a little bit more, a few more turns. It didn't take too long either. Thanks for being patient. Then I just lift this off. And it's right near this fuse box thing. Be careful of your air conditioning lines. That could be a potential problem. And if it has to stay up here because I can't get around this air conditioning line, then you already know. I don't have a problem leaving it up here. But this is the box for your battery terminal here. Maybe that can be moved out of the way. Alright, so to be on the safe side, I went ahead and loosen this shit up here so I could just lift this out, because I don't want to fuck around and mess with my air conditioning lines, because they were right there. So let me show y'all something. I'm gonna pour this jug out so you can look at this shit. This is what it looks like coming out. See that shit? That was down in the that was at the bottom of this tank here. Look at it get brown. See that shit? That's like mud. That's the rustic stuff that's down in this tank, see? That's why you gotta change it. Look down in there. That shit just been sitting there. You can't see it. I'm gonna try to make it so you can see it though. Look down in there. I can catch some light. Yeah, see that? That's that shit that's down at the bottom. That's why I changed it. So I'm never gonna use that again for nothing. So go over here. There it is. And grab this new one here. And pop this bag open. And I still got the screws. Set this camera back where it was. Just want to show y'all what's going on. So, alright. So now, and I had to take my battery out and some other stuff as well, because I wanted to make sure I had enough room. And when you get to taking stuff off so close to your battery terminal area, you can't be more careful. So I went ahead and made sure that I ain't interrupt nothing. So there you have it. It's sitting back in there now. So all I have to do is Put my screws back where I was. I did see a little spark coming from something, but I hope it wasn't no big deal here. Alright. So this apparently must go. It's got to go forward a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I finally got it in. Don't be fooled. On your Cherokee, you might have a screw to screw this battery terminal thing in. This little box that sits right behind it. It says for access to fuses and relays. Pull tab here. I got my finger on it. This box is bolted down here to the frame of the vehicle. And there's a dummy bolt that's there that's drilled in that's lower than the bolt for this box. And I was trying to mount the jug there. I didn't see that little small hole. And I'm glad I finally saw the hole, because if I had kept on maneuvering around trying to push this box further down, it was pushing this jug too close to this air conditioning unit. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to keep messing around like that, because like I said, I'm not going to lose air for this daggone coolant jug here. It's too close to the end of summer for that. Jug doesn't have any sludge or anything in it. It's just going to be straight. Well, it's time to put some more antifreeze in here, because it's almost in September. So it's almost time to do that. Alright, so that's snug. That's snug. It looks better. Other than a little bit of dust and dirt I got on it from my hands. Tighten this up a little bit more. There we go. The jug is in here. So I take this line here, put that in. I take the screwdriver, tighten the line back up, and there you have it. This is how to mount your coolant jug and replace your coolant jug on a 99 Jeep Cherokee XJ 4.2 liter V6. Excuse me, 4.0. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. On a 4.0 liter V6. It's Grind Time Media. I'm out.